There's only one reason why me and Dustin are on zero tolerance and why we have not been allowed to talk to anyone at Workplace NL since December of 2022. And that reason is because Melissa Burry was caught in a flat out lie, and she expected Dustin to fill out the Form 6 immediately so that it would look like he was reporting an injury. And then they would use that Form 6 to deny his compensation because they would make it look like another injury happened. However, we did not follow her demands like other people would. We told her that it wasn't a injury and that it wasn't a reoccurrence and that we weren't signing a Form 6. And because we refused to do that and we'd caught her in this lie, because all he had was a medical note modifying his earning capacity, she decided that we were the problem. She started arguing that it was lost time, and that's what a reoccurrence was. A reoccurrence is a return of disabling symptoms, resulting in loss of earnings. There was no lost time from work. There was a loss of earnings as a result of the injury changing the capacity for Dustin to earn permanently in the course of his lifetime. That's what loss of earning capacity is. And when that happens, they are the ones that have to give you information. Loss of earning capacity in the form of estimated loss of earnings as a result of the injury. So, after a couple months of arguing, Dustin finally filled out the Form 6 just to move and see what would happen once it was filled out and if we were right. And we were, because she stated that it wasn't reporting an injury. She stated that it was because of a reoccurrence over and over and over again as a result of lost time. And when the Form 6 went in, it got documented that they were needing to decide whether it was a new injury or whether it was a recurrence. Now, up until that point, Melissa Burry had just told us that a Form 6 was a recurrence form. And Dustin didn't fall under either of it. His medical did not fall under either a reoccurrence or a new injury or an incident. She had no facts. She didn't have a letter from an employer stating that an incident had happened, which she would have needed if an incident had happened, even at his new employer. But if an incident had happened with his employer right now, he's in Alberta. So if an incident had happened, it would not have went back to Workplace NL in Newfoundland. It would have went to Alberta Workers' Compensation. The reoccurrence of the knee injury happened in Newfoundland, Labrador. So reoccurrence would have went to Newfoundland Workers' Compensation. And yet, when the Form 6 was signed, one of the employees at Workplace NL called Dustin's employer in Alberta about an incident that would have happened up here, as if they were stupid and actually thought that Workplace NL would be responsible for an incident at their line of work, at their place of employment, their business, their company. And then she did not use any medical to determine that a reoccurrence had happened. But yet they recorded a reoccurrence on the website as being January 24th of 2023. Yet prior to that, Teresa Manette had requested the date of recurrence and then emailed us the answer and told us that it was October the 4th of 2022. So there was a whole bunch of lies going on. And we're on zero tolerance because they don't want to pay. They don't want to be asked these questions and have us record it. They won't send it out in a letter because that's a written trail where they're guilty. And all of this zero tolerance silence that they're getting on with is to protect themselves from the extent of the law holding them legally accountable for the stuff that they've done on Dustin's file. And since we asked for the law that supports their zero tolerance, this recent letter just said that they're going to do everything to protect their employees from verbal abuse. There was no verbal abuse. There was anger that was justified because of the actions of Melissa Burry, and then further of Charmaine James. When you help someone protect a lie, you are not helping yourself be protected from those who have been impacted negatively by that lie. So they are not doing everything in their power to protect their staff from anger, and they are calling the anger verbal abuse. There is justified anger that builds and builds and builds and builds when it's ignored. Then there's the fact that we have a letter stating that they've removed me as a legal authorized representative. Then the October 30th, 2024 letter that we got just the other day, because we haven't checked our mail in ages, said that he needed to choose someone else as his authorized representative. Because apparently I'm not, my anger is not allowed to happen. I'm not allowed to be angry with someone who tried to manipulate us to that extent. I'm not allowed to be angry over that form of abuse, which is called triangulation. Because as I said in other videos, Melissa Burry then went to her manager and got the zero tolerance put in, and her manager did not do an investigation on the whole situation, and we got put on zero tolerance. So she got a biased zero tolerance policy placed on us. It's not right.